Hello and welcome back to PIHOA Network, where we take you through the post-independence history of African nations. In this episode, we are heading to West Africa, to a country known as the Land of Gold, Mali. Mali is bounded to the north by Algeria, east by Niger and Burkina Faso, to the south by Côte d'Ivoire and Guinea, and finally Senegal and Mauritania to the west. The territory forming the Republic of Mali was once part of three successive famous empires in West African Sahel. The three empires, Ghana, Mali, and Songhai, grew during trans-Saharan trade, whose wealth included gold, salt, and slaves. The famous emperor, Mansa Musa I, ruled Mali Empire from 1312 to 1337. Historical Islamic and trading towns such as Timbuktu and Djenné thrived as a result. Later, these kingdoms lost importance when Europeans introduced trading seaports along the Atlantic coast. A period of decline followed due to factors such as famine and raids from Morocco. Severely weakened, Mali came under French rule in 1892. Resistance to French rule ended with the capture of Samori Touré in 1898. The territory, named French Sudan, was part of French West Africa until 1959. Modern infrastructure connecting Bamako to coastal Dakar was developed. In 1946, the Sudanese Union African Democratic Party (USRDA) emerged under Modibo Keïta and dominated politics. French Sudan became the Sudanese Republic Autonomous within French community. Together with Senegal, they formed the Mali Federation in 1959 with Keïta as president. However, the federation broke up in 1960 due to ideological differences between Dakar and Bamako. Independence was achieved on 22 September 1960 as Republic of Mali with Keïta as president. A staunch Marxist, Keïta moved away from France and edged closer to the communist bloc. He nationalized the economy and introduced his own currency over the franc zone. However, he reached out to the French in 1967 to resolve economic issues. He was overthrown in 1968 by the military. Moussa Traoré took over and ruled by a military council. During his reign, a drought led to famine in the early 1970s, causing Tuareg nomads to seek refuge in Libya and Algeria. He promulgated a new constitution in 1974, leading to the return of civilian rule in 1979. Traoré formed the Malian People's Democratic Union (UDPM). He won the election of 1979, becoming president and re-elected in 1985 under single-party rule. He reached out to the Western countries to improve the economy and returned to Francophone in 1984. He managed to resolve a border conflict with neighboring Burkina Faso in 1986. Clamor for multi-party democracy led to nationwide riot and Traoré was overthrown in 1991. Amadou Toumani took over and promptly arranged for elections which were held in 1992. Alpha Conare, leading a coalition, won. Conare had to strengthen the economy and combat desertification. Meanwhile, Tuaregs, returning from Libya and Algeria, introduced a new problem of insecurity. Conare was re-elected in 1997 and reached out to Tuareg rebels. In the election held in 2002, Touamani, a previous military ruler, won. He managed to secure debt relief in stabilizing the economy and signed a peace deal with the rebels. During his second term in 2007, an Algerian-based Islamic militant group emerged within the Sahel region. Further, the return of armed pro-Gaddafi Tuareg fighters after his overthrow in 2011 escalated conflict. The northern conflict escalated, and in January 2012, a Tuareg rebel group declared an independent state of Azawadi in northern Mali. Government failure maintained security led to another military coup in March 2012, and Amadou Sanogo took over despite heavy criticism. Mali was suspended from both African Union and ECOWAS, and economic sanctions imposed upon the government. This situation pressured the government to negotiate for return to civilian rule. ECOWAS led the negotiation, and the president resigned in April 2012. Dion Funda Traore, the president of National Assembly, was sworn in as interim president. He was attacked by a mob the next month and sent to France for treatment. ECOWAS brokered a meeting between the government and Islamic rebel groups leading to a ceasefire. By the end of 2012, the UN Security Council ordered deployment of an international force led by African Union. Later, French troops joined to help repulse further push by Islamic militants using ground and air tactics. Elections were held in 2013 and Ibrahim Keita won in a rerun. Nevertheless, instability continued, with an attack being carried out in Bamako in 2015. Keita was re-elected in 2018 for a second term, but popular frustrations led to ouster in an August 2020 coup. Assimi Goïta became chairman of a military council amid condemnation by both ECOWAS and African Union. Mali fell out with ECOWAS and France for their stand in the prevailing situation. Russian foreign minister paid a visit to Mali in February 2023 and promised military aid. With Russian support, Mali is working together with a group of Saheli nations under military rule to combat an insecurity crisis. The historic nation of Mali, consistently facing drought due to desertification, is now desperate to protect its sovereignty. Both civilian and military regimes struggle to achieve this goal. That is a wrap for Mali's post-independence journey, a story of resilience, revolution, and the ongoing fight for stability. If you found this episode interesting, hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe to PIHOA Network. Thank you.